Hello everyone and welcome, and today we're going to be talking about eclipse energy. So I've brought with me this piece of quartz which I found out on a walking trip to a mine, and it just so happened that this was face down in the dirt trap, and I thought, I'm having it. So we're going to use this. As we're talking today, we're going to use this energy and one of my spirit guides as well. So in fact, I'll put that up there for now. At the present moment, we are between eclipses, the lunar eclipse on the 7th of September and the partial solar eclipse on the 21st of September. And it is bizarre. It feels different. Our personal energy, it feels like we are a barrel on an ocean wave, tipping this way, tipping that way. We feel slightly out of kilter, slightly out of sorts, and unsure of what is going on around us. Odd things are occurring on a news level, on the world stage. Senseless events that leave us asking why. A bit like what's related happened recently with Charlie Kirk. And then there are people who, through natural exits, who have been in our arena for most of our lives, like Robert Redford. They've brought us joy, and they've gone. So things are changing all the time. If you imagine yourself in a washing machine, on a cycle, several rotations clockwise, several rotations anti-clockwise, but gaining no real progress, then suddenly you're on a fast spin cycle. And then next up, the draining of the water. You feel drained. It starts all over again, clockwise, then anti-clockwise. We're never really quite out of it. So, my spirit guide, Athenian, has helped me with this. She helps me with everything. And this eclipse, she says, is a churning of many energies, all being tumbled together. Possibly the worst energy that can get tangled with good energy, a bit like a mesh grader. You know, when you're grading dirt and gravel, and the dross, small dross, falls through the mesh, and the good stuff is left on the top. And in amongst some of that good stuff, maybe some diamonds. And the phrase, all that glitters is not gold, but also all that is gold does not always glitter. Something just shines through, and it's like a ship's light on the horizon. We will see that light. We will. And that's our focus. And all the stuff around us is now just flotsam. All the stuff that's going on. It's just the plastic bottles drifting on the ocean. And we have to feel this in order for us to feel the wonderful stuff that is coming our way. We are, as a people, we are going to force a new world order, but not through anger and rage. Now I want you to think of the animals in the forest, the birds, your pets, farm animals. They all feel the energy of the eclipse, and their behaviour is different, very different. Some feel it and they express it in their erratic behaviour around the house. If they're a pet, perhaps if it's a dog, it might just feel unsettled. And if it's a cat, it's disruptive, perhaps. And you might think about the farm animals. Just look at their behaviour during this eclipse season. Do they just continue as normal? Or is there something slightly odd? I mean, any given day, a farmer will know where his cattle or his sheep are in the field, because they go to this part at 2 o'clock, then they're over there by 4, then they're over here by 6. Perhaps that pattern changes during eclipse. So we are all in the same boat. And we are, as a people, we're going to force a new world order. Not through anger and not through rage, but by saying quite clearly what we will not accept from our powers that be. It's not an anti-government thing, this. It's about standards from everything and everybody, our own standards, standards of the people around us. And I think we're trying to set new moral, kind and considerate standards, and we can all do this. Because by this time next year, all those who are on the world stage leading at this moment in time, they will have been replaced. They will be gone. The faces we see now at the heads of our countries and governments and things, they will be gone. And they've had a job to do, and that was their life path. And we also have a job to do. We have a duty to set boundaries for them to adhere by and for future leaders. And we dictate the standards which are acceptable to us. And we do this via a ballot box. That's how we do it, civilly. There have been many mentions of unrest up ahead, and this may occur. And I think we need to step out of it. This is all part of the washing machine energy. Just watch it going on around you, step out of it. Imagine that the eclipse is an emulsion and the drop of oil in water. So that's what an emulsion is, a drop of oil in water. It doesn't mix, the oil stays floating within the water. So try as hard as you like, shading it up. You may divide it into lots of little droplets, but they don't mix, they don't integrate. And that drop of oil remains suspended within the water. So we need to add something to that emulsion to disperse the oil, to help it to integrate within it. And that is light. It's really just this, just candlelight. But this is the light that you and I can emit. Every one of us can play our part. So I believe that we are in a period of time, probably better known as revelations, if you want to equate it biblically. But even if you don't, things are being shook up, upside down at the moment. Those that thought that they could continue in their dark path they're in for a surprise. So things are going to be revealed to us, some that we may suspect already, some we know, some we knew, some just downright shocking. And the period of uncertainty seems to, on the face of it, seems to prevail. It feels like the hand of darkness is pushing down on us as we prepare to say, no. No. No more to subterfuge and misleading propaganda and lies. We need to sit and think about what is happening, meditate on our environment. So imagine yourself in a room that is safe and secure, and it is plush, soft and relaxing inside, with deep pile fabrics of gorgeous purples, deep reds across the walls and the floor and the ceiling, soft, gentle light around you. And this may be an egg-shaped domain, a place of calm serenity and safety, and you can see all and everything around you. No one can disturb your calm and gentle egg. And this egg that surrounds you is made of tungsten. It is protective and solid. And when all of this troubles we see going on around us, we can just bring on the tungsten egg, open the door and step inside it. It's a protective and solid place for us, safe place. The energies of the eclipse are going on outside of this tungsten egg all the time. The storm rages. You cannot feel it. You cannot hear it because you are surrounded by your sanctuary. And this is how we are going to move through the wake of these two eclipses and the disturbance that they leave behind, which will be a wake which will continue for some time. If you imagine a comet as a trail, these eclipses leave an energetic trail, and it's going to be like this, very stormy sometime. And it brings edginess, it brings danger, revelations, and immense hurt. So imagine where your solar plexus is here. It receives the light and love from the universe, from spirit, from source. You also, in turn, are now going to emanate that light. So where there is darkness from the outside world, beyond our tungsten egg, we are going to create a bond of light. So imagine that flame there, flickering in our hearts all the time, can never be extinguished. It's ours. And it's always going to shine brightly. And it can be seen by others. We're going to let hope be felt by others. People are affected by the news shows and the press releases and the mine of misinformation spewing out on the social media platforms. So I'm asking you, it's our duty to uplift people, to give them hope, to restore confidence in those who lack confidence. And that when we read and hear of disasters, we can send angelic healing that way, giving the angelic realm a huge boost, such a lift. And I know we feel lied to, but we do not have to play the game. It's all an illusion. We can just row our own boat. And we offer a hand with so much light, like that, so much light, to those that are struggling. And if you imagine a darkened forest, with gloomy trees, just before dusk, say, and suddenly, on the forest floor, one candle is alight, and then another, and another, and another, and so on, until the forest of darkness is light, and it's enchanting and full of hope. And that's what we can do. Every one of us can do that. We are all gifted light bearers. So let us shine. Thank you for watching. And I hope you can bring that forward into your life. It is a difficult time during and in between eclipses. This has been one of the hardest for everyone. And it's not about the politics of any particular country. It's all about us taking back our own central navigation and not being strayed by people who do not have our best heart, our interests at heart. And we're learning to say no. We're only going to do what the light of the universe wants. We're not interested in the shadows or the darkness. So it's your turn. It's your turn to shine. Thank you. I hope you've all enjoyed this. Namaste.